audience today. Look how happy. Look how happy. Give me that stick. Give me that stick. Give me that stick. Bring it here. Give it to me. Bring it here. Bring it here. Bring it here. Bring me that stick. You get tired, ain't you? Got it. Go get it. Bring it here. Bring it here. Come on closer. Come here. Bring it here. Oh, I'm gonna get it. Bring it here. Bring it here. There we go. Go get it. Good morning. Thursday morning, man. So I'm going back over here to this job. I'm gonna, there's a few things that I'm gonna be able to do, outside of what me and him talked about that I see needs doing, now that I've been on the job for a day over there. And I made really good time, in my head yesterday about everything I got done. And when he got home from work, he was like, he was so happy. He called me and he's like, man, that looks really good, man. I'm going to be able to work with that. So today's going to be, well, it's going to be I don't want to say a lighter day, but the demands are not going to be as high as they were yesterday because, well, I've got the bulk of everything done. He was wondering if I would even be able to get the stumps all ground down in one day. So that kind of tells you what people are paying for and stuff like that, man. It's hard to determine if somebody's charging too much, not enough, or whatever, when we're doing this kind of stuff. So I don't know. It's I've been able to. There's a lot of things on that job that I'm going to be able to do if he opens his mind up. It's not even about the money that I'm going to make or not make over there, right, at this point, because the money is set. So I'm dedicated to spending most of the day over there today. So and for whatever, right? It doesn't matter if I think that I can do it and it's going to help the property, then that's what I'll do. Most of the time, when you're dealing with homeowners and stuff, they don't really know everything that you can do based on, even if they got this, even if the equipment is sitting there, they don't know exactly what, how to apply that into what they're trying to do. Some of them do, but most don't. And this guy was super happy just to get the stumps ground and that ground graded right there. That, to me, that would not have been worth, $2,400, but to him it might have been. I don't know. He did not think that I was going to get done with what I got done with yesterday, and I wasn't over there 10 hours or nothing. But you got to know what you're doing. You got to know how to apply the attachments that you have and you got to know what works. See, I know a lot about building fences because I've built fences before. I spent years building fences, actually. I worked for a deck building, fence building company, and that's all we did was build decks and fences up in North Georgia. So I know what it takes to build a fence, especially a wood fence. That's the kind of fences we built. As far as space, and then I also know what the how to make that wood fence last a long time where stuff don't fall down and hit. And if you got a bunch of rotten trees around, if you got a machine like mine over at your house, and I'm over there because you want to build a fence and I'm grinding stumps, and you got the fence going right down through an area where there's just big trees and everything, or stumps or whatever, like, to me, I'm gonna push him to take down a pretty big tree, just drop it in the woods in the back, so we can get a straight fence line going across the back. He's going to catch hell in that back with the stumps and all. And when you're bringing a wooden fence up through the woods, I think he said he's going with a wooden fence. I can't remember. I would not go with a metal fence. They don't look as good, but they might last longer in the back. I'd probably go with wood down the sides and then chain link across the back or something like that, where I could. And then I would, if I'm him, I would send me down in them woods down there to clear out the woods a little bit, so I can look on my back porch and I can see the pond back there, even though the pond's not mine. But today's gonna be a day of just making what I did yesterday better. It'll probably take me about 2 hours to do the what's left on the contract, you know. And then after that, I'm gonna be moving toward well, when I get over there this morning, we're gonna talk about a few things so I can plan the day better and be more efficient, where I don't have to change the attachments. Okay, y'all. So I'm over here. Just got here. Y'all see, this is all pretty much done. I don't think I can get this right here or that one without, you know, slinging stuff everywhere. So he's supposed to be here today, so we'll see. This looks really good. Now let's walk it. So like if I'm him, I'd take this tree out and that tree out, because why would you want this right here right on your fence line? See, and that's going to be inside the backyard. So you got to be thinking when you're doing stuff like this, if you're a homeowner or a contractor. Now if we didn't have the machine here and the stump grinder here, it'd be different. But if I'm him, I'm taking out, the only tree I'm going to have left in this backyard is that great big oak tree right there. Because if you bring a fence line, if you come right down through here like that, these trees are going to be inside the fence and they're going to be close to the fence. So it ain't like you're going to just be able to go in there and drop them or whatever. So I would take that one and that one. I mean, you're going to catch hell digging around all in here. I might trim this one up and save it, keep it. But you go down to here, right? And though you can work with that, right? But when you start going across the back of here, this is where you're gonna start running into problems. See, and I don't know how good the sun's gonna do. See, if I'm him, I'm taking this tree out, right? And you think I'm crazy, I take that poplar tree out too. I just cut it and drop it into the woods right there. Because see, if you're coming from right here, right, and you're going to try to get a fence, I mean, your fence is going to have to be right here. Look how close you are to that tree. This will be an easy tree to take down too. I just notch it, put the machine on that side, notch it and push it. It'll fall. But you see how the ground, I don't know if y'all can see this, but the ground is a big dip right here. It's where water runs down the hill, and there's a ditch right here, you know. But if you can get this tree out and the stump and still be, you know, at $2,400, I would do that. Because this is going to affect, that tree's nothing. But I would probably want to get as many trees as I can before I enclose this backyard. Because then it's another issue. So the fence is going to go right down through here. Now, if you take that tree out, now you can use that dirt and mulch and debris, you know, and you can grade this with all that, right? The fence is going to go down that and turn right here, and it come right across here, and that's going to be right on the fence. Or, okay, say you're not right up on that tree wood, then you're going to be right up on this one, because the fence has got to go right through here like that. I don't know, dude. I think it's going to be hard to dig, and I don't want my fence all up in the woods where shit's going to fall on it. If I'm him, I'm getting rid of. If I'm him, I'm getting rid of. I'm pushing weight. Once I got a guy like me over here that can grind stumps and everything. So today, which is nothing for me, the brush cutter is we're gonna get up in here on this side right here, and we're gonna clean all this up. You see the one tree, they want a couple of saplings, because the fence is going to go all the way up through here. So you're going to step over around where that tree is and take that tree out, and then all this underbrush too. Two ways I can do this. I can bring the brush cutter over here and do it with the brush cutter, or I can do it with the grapple bucket, digging a little bit and pulling them out. Yeah, there's a pretty good bit over here to do. You got that cedar tree there. Probably the best thing to do is cut them all, grab them with the grapple, and then grind the stumps. Just cut them off. Then you don't have near the debris. You're gonna have enough debris in here with all the stuff that you're not. Yeah. So the property line must go over to that tree right there, that cedar tree. So cedar tree's coming out, this tree's coming out, that tree's coming out, and any other tree I feel like needs to come out. While I'm up here in this area right here, I'll go on and hit this stump right here. I mentioned that to him before I quoted. He said, "Well, if you got time, I don't want to," and I understand that. So we're gonna make time. Today's the day we're gonna get all this cleaned up. So I want to minimize the hooking up of attachments. So let's get the grapple bucket, change. But at the end of the day, all this is elementary stuff. This is nothing. So, and I don't know exactly where the property line is, but if he's got me taking that cedar tree out, and the property line's gonna be right down. We'll say that great big pine tree right there, right on the outside of that big pine tree. This tree right here too, right on the outside is the property line, give or take. So getting the brush cutter in here is critical, but you don't want to do too much brush cutting because it makes a mess, So let's get the chainsaw and I'll brush cut all this stuff. Again though, like, where are you gonna put your fence at, man? Are you gonna run a fence right up through here, right next to this big tree? Got big old branches and stuff, man. I don't know. I wish he were here though. If he were here, we could come up with some good things to do. But yeah, let me get everything hooked. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna take this branch right here, this tree, take it down there, and then I'm gonna put the brush cutter on and run all up in here. So trying to So I'm probably going to make it an executive decision here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take out these two trees right here. I'm going to take them out, and then I'll be able to use some of that dirt to fill in this low spot here. Because you're going to go right down through here with a fence, like I said earlier. This one right here I get with the brush cutter. So the brush cutter seems to be doing pretty good right now. No problem, no noises, no nothing, man. Running like a champ. But I'm going to put the camera down for a minute, man. So, y'all, so I'm going to make a executive decision like I was saying. I'm going to get this first sapling right here. Well, it's a little bit bigger than a sapling. I'm just going to use the brush cutter and reach up and cut the top and let it fall down and grind it, and then grind it down. What I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to push these trees over and see what happens. But I want to cut the top out of it. Well, the reason I'm going to cut the top out of it because I can't go nowhere with it. I can't go this way. I don't want to go back this way. If I go down the hill with it, I might hit that fence. But if I reach up 12 foot, as high as the brush cutter will go, and cut the top out, and then the top falls straight down, then I can handle it with the machine. Put the machine facing this way, where when it comes down, the machine is behind it, between me and the fence. So okay, y'all, so y'all see the tree there. I'm going to try to dig out around it and just push it over. I may have to use a saw, I may not, I don't know yet. I need to get the root ball out so I don't have to hook the grinder back up, but we'll see how you save time. Okay, y'all, so I'm done over here. He's super happy. He was saying that, you know, I got this job behind somebody else that, you know, I guess had a good talk game, but they couldn't produce. He said they had 3 guys over here for 2 days, and cost him as much as I charged. But what they did is they, well, he 3 guys over here a couple of days, and he hired somebody that didn't have equipment, and so that guy was trying to hire somebody else to do the tree. So all the stobs that y'all saw, that's what they did. They cut them off, you know, waist high. And I don't even know what they did with them, but they didn't have no capabilities. And if you don't have no capabilities, man, you know, he says I did more solo than in 1 day than those guys did in 3 days. And there was like 3 of them with chainsaws. That doesn't surprise me. You know, 3 knuckleheads with chainsaws. That's, you know. But I'm gonna load up. I already took the brush cutter home, but dude is super happy about this, man. And that's all that, you know, that's what you want, man. You want guys to be, well, you want the people to like the work. This looks freaking great to me compared to what it did look like. But another day, another job, and yeah, so 2,400 solo, about 11 or 12 hours. So